Hello. Hi, Jessica.
Hello,
How are you?
hello.
Hi, nice to meet
Good,
you.
you?
Nice. So really thanks a lot because you accepted to be recorded during our first lesson. I know it's kind of a little bit unusual, but I really appreciate it. So
No
you already
problem.
told me that you have started like learning Italian, but many years ago, then you stopped, and it's something like that is going to be like really useful for sure. And I'm wondering if you still remember some words of Italian, if you understand it, if you listen to some videos or to some songs sometimes. What's going on exactly?
Yeah, I still remember random words, but it's like the connection drops, right? I can hear something and then I didn't
Okay.
understand, and then I don't understand nothing for a while, and then I pick up something else and I'll
Mm-hmm.
get back into it. But it's very random and it's not really useful when you're trying to speak
Mm-hmm.
to people.
I
So
see.
it's
I
like you
see.
only understand a percentage of what's being said and you can't say anything back because you're too slow. So I'm like, yeah.
Sure, sure. And if I understood you correctly, now you would like to learn Italian because often you spend time with people that eventually speak Italian, so you're curious to understand whatever they're talking about, and also like to feel like fluent when it comes to talk with them, right?
Yeah, it's just nice. I mean, it doesn't help if you're wanting to participate in a conversation and you just
Mhm.
can't, you know. It just makes you
Sure.
feel incredibly
Oh,
stupid
okay.
at
Oh,
times. So
okay.
you're like, oh, well, never mind. I'll just sit in silence.
Okay. Okay, okay. So, I will test you. I know that maybe it could be like a little bit strange for you because as you said, a lot of time passed from the last time you spoke this language, but let's try. I will ask you to introduce yourself, presentati un pochino, quanti anni hai, di dove sei, cosa ti piace fare nel tempo libero. Whatever comes to your mind, like to introduce yourself in
Okay,
Italian.
ok. Mi chiamo Jessica,
Mhm,
sono tedesca,
mhm.
um,
Di quale città?
uh, di Francoforte.
Ok, ok, Francoforte, sì.
Sì,
Ok, bella
sì.
Francoforte. Io sono stato a Francoforte. Tu sei stata in Italia?
No, ho visitato Milano,
Mhm. Ah, ok, hai visitato Milano.
sì,
Ok.
per
Mhm. Giorni?
days, anyways. Per
5 giorni.
5 giorni.
Okay. So let me show you something because usually like during our lessons, I share my second screen. Don't mind me if I watch on the right. It's not that I don't want to look at you, just I have two screens, so you know that I'm watching just at the other screen where I take notes for you.
Mhm.
Ok,
Okay.
sono stata a Milano per 5 giorni, right?
Mhm.
Ok.
Mhm.
Ti piace Milano?
Non mi piace.
Non ti piace?
Sì.
Ok, cioè no, you don't like it,
Um,
right?
Milano è molto caro.
È molto cara Milano. Mhm.
Sì.
Yeah, now you're like, why? What the fuck? Why? Like, it's so
Why
sorry for the
cara? But
bad
it's
word.
a
Like,
città. So,
yeah, exactly. Like, cities' name are feminine usually, like in Italian, even
feminine.
though it
Mhm.
ends in O and Milano sounds like masculine.
Uh-huh,
So, yeah,
uh-huh, uh-huh.
Milano è molto cara, sì, è molto costosa.
Mhm.
Ok, va bene. Hai visitato altre città in Italia?
No.
Ok. No, okay. With the time, we will develop like your skill
We'll
to
add
say
something to
no,
it.
but I
Yeah.
would like to visit Venice. I don't know, blah, blah. Okay. So, It's really cool because I can see that you understand like how I speak, which is like a little bit simplified Italian, but still I use like a past tense, and you understand the past tense. You can also use it, and it's amazing. Just to be sure, since like a lot of time passed from the last time that you studied Italian the last time, I will start with a A1 book. But no worries, it's not going to be boring at all because it's a book that is really interesting because it has like a story, some episodes, and I will do anyway my best to drag you outside the book so that I will use the book as inspiration, also to make you some
Mhm.
personalized question. So, ready to go?
Cool.
Okay, just a few things before we start. We can skip these pages because they're like a pretty essential. But this one is pretty interesting. It's about introduce ourselves. Present will
Mhm.
be like the infinitive form of the verb. So this book is all in Italian, but no worries. Like I'm here to help you to translate if you don't understand something. I just want you to learn the things that I will teach to you. To ask the name, we say come ti chiami. You already know it, right? We can
Mhm.
ask the name of the other saying just e tu. We can also repeat the question come ti chiami?
Mhm.
Um, but like it's not really necessary. Do you see my screen?
Yeah,
Yes?
it's
Okay,
fine.
great. Then to say our name, we have two ways. You told me that you also studied French, so it's kind of similar. Like io mi chiamo
Mhm.
Amos is like
Je
je
m'appelle, je
m'appelle.
suis.
Yeah, exactly. That's the same difference. hmm
Mhm.
And then to say nice to meet you, we can say piacere. Okay.
Mhm.
Actually, we have like also a longer form, which is piacere di conoscerti. But like we Italians like to speak really fast and quickly, so we just say piacere. And then
Piacere, yes.
to ask where someone yeah, to ask where someone is from. Well, di dove sei? The same question that I did before, right? And you
Mhm.
said sono tedesca, right? I'm German. Super. Then if we wanted to say like from which city we are, we use the preposition di. So sono di Francoforte. There is also like the option to use like an adjective of nationality. Sorry, an adjective of the city where you come from. But it's kind of tricky sometimes because I give you one example. The capital of Russia, Moscow. Okay, in Italian, Moscow is
Mhm.
Mosca. The people from Moscow in Italian are called Moscoviti. So also like a lot of little towns in Italy, they don't have like a specific rule. For example, there is a small town near mine. It's called the Schio, but the people from Schio they are called Sclendensi. So it changed a lot. So
Right.
never mind. Like I wouldn't get obsessed about learning all these adjectives, and you can find them just when you need them. And then we have the adjective for the nationalities, but you already say that sono tedesca, io sono italiano, and so on. So now, Jessica, let's pretend it's the first time we meet each others, we introduce each others, and we have like this kind of conversation. Ciao, come ti chiami?
Ah, mi chiamo Jessica e tu?
Io mi chiamo Amos, piacere.
Piacere.
Mm. Di dove sei, Jessica?
Ah, sono di Francoforte.
Ok. Ah, sei tedesca?
E tu? Sì, sì, io
Ok,
sono
good. Oh,
tedesca. E
nice.
tu?
Sì. Io sono italiano e sono di Vicenza. It's like actually it's not really Vicenza,
Vicenza,
Vicenza.
Vicenza?
No, because Italians we are like no, but really, what do you mean like Vicenza, Vicenza or like in province of Vicenza? No, actually like in province of Vicenza, like 20 minutes from Vicenza with a car.
Mm,
So it's like a little bit northern. It's called Tiene. It's like a really small
mm,
city. It's like 90 kilometers from Venice. Okay, we can go ahead
mm.
because as I can see, like you already have like a lot of familiarity with these topics. Here. Our goal is to switch to talk 100% Italian as soon as possible. So here we have some frequently asked questions, right? Such as how is pronounced,
Mm-hmm.
come si pronuncia,
Mm-hmm.
how is written, come si scrive, how to say something
Mm-hmm.
in Italian, come si dice in italiano. Per esempio, come si dice in italiano book, ok? Libro.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you don't
Mm-hmm.
understand something and you want to say, you want to ask, what does it mean? We have like these three options. Che cosa significa? Cosa significa? And even che significa? But you can just pick the one that for you is the easiest to learn, which means like
Mm-hmm.
all of them, they mean the same. Okay. I think you already
Mm-hmm.
have heard these kind of questions, right?
Yeah.
Okay, super. Then we have like the letters and numbers, but you can fuck yourself because I'm not going to spend time teaching the numbers because you can just open YouTube. Cut. Okay, let's start with our first episode. As I said, it's going to be
Mm-hmm.
kind of a story. For each episode, there is going to be like a kind of short story with some kind of characters doing some stuff. And for each episode, there is going to be like a grammatical rule repeated and repeated because this book is based on the intuitive approach, meaning that you will see in a short text the same grammatical rule. For example, I don't know, declination of adjectives repeated many times, many times,
Mm-hmm.
many times, so that when it comes the time to learn how it works officially, it's going to be like a little bit
Mm-hmm.
more intuitive indeed. The first one is just
Mm-hmm.
more like a list of words because we are going to see the articles, the indeterminative articles, and we are going also to check how to say what time is it. So I would kindly ask you please to read Milano Stazione Centrale, ore 8:15, or we can also say 8:15. We
Mm-hmm.
will see it in the next lessons. And I let you the
Mm-hmm.
honor to read because I need to hear your pronunciation and to.
Mm-hmm. A Milano, stazione centrale, ore 8:15.
Mhm, brava, sì.
Uh, bar, giornali, pubblicità, tabelloni arrivi e partenze, carrelli con valigie, macchinette automatiche, biglietterie, scale mobili,
Mhm,
un via vai di persone e un altoparlante che annuncia un treno che arriva o che parte dal binario numero.
mhm. Okay, super. In all of this, did you understand all the words? I don't think, right? I think that you understood kind most of them, but there are some words that you didn't understand. I guess.
Yeah, most of them and some I don't know. Yeah.
Okay, so now we check together. Well, Milano, the city where you have been, Stazione Centrale, main station, central station, uh, ore, hours, like to tell what time is it. Then we have bar, okay, universal word,
Universal word,
giornal,
yeah.
yeah, giornali. Giornali would be like the newspapers.
Mm-hmm.
Pubblicità. Have you ever heard this word?
Like I would think, is it an advertisement or something?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because it's kind of public for everyone, right? So yeah, it's advertisement. And then we have tabelloni, arrivi e partenze.
It's the departure arrival board, I guess, where the trains
Mm-hmm.
are.
Yeah, exactly. It will be, as you can see, like in this image, it will be like the number four. Okay. Um, then carrelli con valigie. Carrelli,
Yeah,
it's like
Valigia, Valigia is the suitcase, but
yeah,
Carelli.
Yeah, suitcase, luggages, carrelli would be carts, like those that you can see at number 8. It's the same cart that you would use also to
Ah,
buy groceries at the supermarket, right?
mhm,
Like you would say, ok,
mhm,
prendi il carrello, right? Per fare la spesa, se dobbiamo
mhm,
comprare tante cose, ci serve un carrello. Ok,
mhm.
then, macchinette automatiche?
Ah, I mean, I would say I would translate it as automatic machine, but what's an automatic machine? Like a ticket
Yeah,
machine,
what
maybe?
exactly? Like it's an automatic machine. It's more
Like,
like
what else
a,
would you have?
yeah,
Like,
it's exactly like it's a vending machine, right?
or like a vending machine. Yeah, that would be the
Mm,
other thing at the
yeah,
station.
yeah, yeah. The question would be, well, Jessica, cosa puoi comprare alle macchinette automatiche? It's kind of your first times after time, well, after a lot of time talking Italian. So, like, no worries. You can just give
Hmm.
me a list of words that you know. What can you buy at the vending
That's
machines?
already very challenging.
Mm.
Drinks. So, bevande,
Bevande, okay, super.
drinks, snacks,
Okay, it's
uh,
like a word that we would use.
qualcosa,
Mhm.
qualcosa per mangiare,
Sì, sì, qualcosa da mangiare,
da
ok?
mangiare. Mhm.
O qualcosa da bere. Just
Um,
in case you don't remember bevande, you can
mhm,
also say qualcosa da mangiare e da bere. Ok?
mhm. Um,
Well, beh, siamo alla stazione dei treni, quindi possiamo
mhm.
comprare anche qualcosa per i treni, giusto? Per esempio, cosa dobbiamo comprare per usare il treno? Quando prendi il treno c'è qualcuno che controlla che tu abbia questa cosa. No, anche quando prendi un autobus, devi prendere un
Biglietto?
biglietto, ok? Quindi possiamo prendere i biglietti, giusto? Alle macchinette automatiche possiamo comprare i biglietti dei treni, giusto? Right, like I think also like in Germany you have like the automatic machines to buy the tickets.
Yeah, I was just mostly thinking of the vending machine and what else might be
Okay.
inside a vending machine.
Yeah, this is like to let you know that these macchinette automatiche could be for whatever. Like as
Could be
long as
anything.
yeah, as long as they're automatic, they can sell everything. Well, also like the cigarettes sometimes. I think not in all of the
Hmm.
countries of Europe there are like those automatic machines for cigarettes, but in Italy there are, and also those are like macchinette, right? We wouldn't say
Hmm.
automatiche, we would just say macchinated because, as I said, we like to cut the words sometimes. So, biglietti, caffè, also. Uh,
Hmm. Hmm.
yeah,
Okay.
and you could find interesting, like also Italians drink coffee at the automatic machines. They, they complain about a cappuccino after
Offensive.
lunch, but yeah, we do it. I admit it.
Mhm. Okay,
Okay,
okay, Mia. Mhm.
and then biglietterie.
The ticket office,
Scale mobili.
the escalator,
Yeah, exactly. Because a scale is stairs.
stairs,
Mobili
mobile stairs,
sounds,
moving
yeah,
stairs.
esatto, kind of moving stairs. And then we have un via
Mm.
vai di persone, and this will be just a whole expression that you could learn by heart on its own. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes, as I said, we like to cut sentences. Most likely, more likely, we would say just un via vai. It's an expression that we used to say when there are like a lot of people coming and leaving, arriving and leaving. So we would just say, ah, c'è un via vai. Ah, che via vai oggi? C'è un via vai di gente,
Okay,
di persone.
interesting.
E un altoparlante. Well, altoparlante, maybe it sounds like familiar to you as word. Ok,
Wait. Oh,
parlante.
oh, oh, okay. It's the speaker.
Yeah, exactly, because you have alto, which is kind of high
Alto.
in meaning of volume. Parlante is like a speaker, so like yeah, it's like a speaker. Cosa fa quest'altoparlante? Annuncia un treno che arriva o che parte dal binario numero. So it's like this speaker that announces a train that arrives or
The
that
train's
leaves from the
leaving.
platform number, blah blah. Ok. Quindi, ricapitolando, doing like a kind of a quick exercise of summarizing, but also using your capacity of describing this image. Cosa c'è in questa immagine? Cosa vedi? I give you like the kickstart, let's say. Ci sono le macchinette automatiche. Um,
Okay.
I'm still testing you because still I don't have like a clear idea about what you can say. So don't feel like pressure like about this
No,
exercise.
I don't. I'm trying to recover information.
Mm. So
Okay.
let me say
She,
something just before we
uh-huh,
start. I assume you already know, but how to say there is, there are in Italian. We have c'è, ci sono, right? C'è is there is, ci sono, there are.
there are.
So it could, I tell you because it could simplify like the process to describe this image. So for example, c'è una
Mm-hmm.
ragazza che legge un libro. I don't need you to, to conjugate verbs and being so describing, just with the words that we have seen and whatever you recall from your Italian vocabulary.
Mm-hmm. Nella stazione,
Mhm. Siamo,
uh,
ok, siamo nella stazione dei treni, ok?
um, sono molto persone.
Mhm. Ci sono molte persone, c'è un via vai di gente, c'è un via vai di
Mm-hmm.
persone.
Mm-hmm. Uh,
Cos'è questa? È un'edicola.
un
Mm?
negozio.
Sì,
Un
l'edicola,
negozio.
ok. È un negozio, ok, sì.
Mhm.
L'edicola è un negozio
Mhm.
che vende giornali, giusto? It's a shop that sells a newspaper.
Newspapers.
Mm.
Mhm.
Ok.
C'è un uomo
Mhm.
con il, what was it? Giornato?
Sorry, say it again because I
What
didn't
was
hear
the
that.
newspaper again?
Ah, giornale. Giornale, singular,
Ah,
giornali.
giornale, for God's
Mhm.
sake, giornale.
Ah.
Mhm.
C'è un uomo con un
Um,
giornale.
con un giornale, um, tante ragazze me valigie, con, not me, Albanian,
Mhm.
con le valigie.
Mhm. Eh,
Um, ci sono le macchinette automatiche.
Ci sono le macchinette automatiche, ok? Sì. E numero uno qua,
Um,
cosa c'è qui?
Numero uno, il bar.
Mhm.
Sono
Mhm.
due persone
Mhm.
nel bar.
Sì, ci sono due persone nel bar. Cosa fanno? Bevono un caffè. Mm? Bevono un caffè. They drink coffee. Yeah.
Sì, o una birra.
Uh, would be like a fun, but you see, like I can see the smoke, the kind of a steam
Okay,
coming up.
okay.
So that's the reason why I think it's a
Sorry,
coffee.
my screen is way smaller.
Okay, okay. Well, next time we will make it larger then. Okay, super. Great job. The only thing, you sometimes you didn't pronounce this C, right? And it's really
Mhm,
important. Like nel bar ci sono due uomini.
mhm.
Ok, perfetto. Andiamo avanti, questa è la seconda pagina. Let me zoom out a little bit so that you can have an overview, a better overview. We have this audio exercise. It's not going to be like really difficult, especially for you. And
Mhm.
don't to get obsessed to get 100% of what you hear because you are supposed just to get some important informations. And we have to choose if the train is a regionale, Frecciarossa, Intercity. So we have to understand which kind of train is it. Uh, we need to figure out from which platform does the train
Platform.
leave. Il treno parte dal binario 643. Il treno arriva a where the train arrives, Trieste, Caserta, Salerno. Where the train is going to stop, and then proceeding with the route. So il treno si ferma a, and the name of the cities. And sul treno c'è o non c'è il ristorante? Are you ready?
Mhm. Okay, perfect.
Episodio 1. Audio 6.
Il treno Frecciarossa 9596 delle ore 8:20 da Milano Centrale per Salerno è in partenza dal binario 3. Il treno effettua le seguenti fermate: Bologna, Firenze, Roma, Napoli, Salerno. Vagoni di prima classe in testa e carrozza ristorante.
Right. I think it was easy for
Okay,
you,
it's
right?
the Frecciarossa
Mm-hmm. Okay.
train
Okay, since for you it's
platform.
easier, we are going to rise a little bit the level of challenging, and I will ask you, ok Jessica, che treno è? Che tipo di treno è?
La Frecciarossa.
Il treno
What is
è
a
un
Frecciarossa?
Frecciarossa
What is
is
a Frecciarossa
it's
train?
it's a kind of train that usually like is faster than the others because it does less stops in less cities, so it's more kind of a direct train, and it has like this specific name because it's like a kind of a brand from Trenitalia, which is
Mhm.
one of the two or maybe three companies in Italy. So yeah, il treno è un Frecciarossa. Eh,
Frecciarossa.
da quale binario parte il treno?
Il treno parte dal binario 3.
Mhm. Dove arriva il treno?
Il treno arriva a Salerno.
Mhm. Dove si ferma?
Il treno si ferma a Bologna, Firenze, Roma, Napoli e Salerno.
Esatto, sì. Sì, perché Salerno è l'ultima fermata, giusto? Quindi per forza si ferma a Salerno. Sul treno c'è o non c'è il ristorante?
C'è il ristorante.
Oh, ok, perfetto. Bene, prego. Mhm. Presto, il treno non aspetta. Ok. Maybe you have seen in some kind of movie in Italian, presto can mean many things. Well, not so many, but more than one meaning for sure there is. Presto in this case it means like hurry up, because presto can also be
Mhm.
early, but in this case it's hurry up. The train doesn't wait. Right. Il treno per Salerno è fermo sul binario 3, le porte sono aperte e molte persone salgono. Would you mind to translate it in English, please?
Mm-hmm. The train to Salerno.
Mhm.
Ah, che cosa significa è fermo?
It means it's stopped.
Ah, okay. Sul binario 3. So on platform 3,
Mhm.
the doors are open and many people, I guess, are getting on the train.
Yeah, you guess right. I just want to point out something that you could find useful because, okay, salgono is the conjugation of the verb salire,
Mhm.
which in this case it's to get on. Still, we can use it also for other transports, for example, salire in macchina. Sometimes the preposition, which is this one, changes. For example, with the train, we say the salire uh, sul treno, and
Mhm.
other person salgono. Yeah, there they don't say, they don't use the whole expression, but it will be like this. Or nel treno, maybe
Same in
if it's
English, you get in the car and on the
mm,
train. So,
yeah. And then with horses, we would say salire a cavallo. Okay. And those maybe are like a little bit not really necessary, but something really important is salire le scale, which means to walk up the stairs, right?
of course.
What will be the opposite? You don't know. No, I'm just asking because, as I said, like it's the first time that we meet, so I still have to figure out.
Yeah, no.
Scendere le scale.
Oh, shit. Okay. Yes, I did know that.
Mm. All right. So yeah, a lot of people are getting on the train, and then we have a list. Uh, and you
Hmm.
see, like here we are going to check at this kind of articles and also like the gender of the words. So, una signora molto elegante, a really elegant lady, right? Due suore, 100% sure that you don't know this word. It's like the nouns,
Non lo so.
the sister of the church. Un
Ah, okay.
ragazzo con due bambine.
Quando bene. Mhm.
Okay, so a
A
boy.
man with two children.
Well, not man because a ragazza
Oh,
is like young, not like
yeah.
a child, but kind of our age. Um, so yeah, a boy or a guy with two children. And
Hmm.
can you already figure out if those children are like two boys or two girls?
Two girls.
Two girls, exactly. We will find out why, and just to be more sure about this, but yeah, two girls. Una coppia di anziani, like a couple of elderly people, like an
Oh, anziani. Okay.
anziani, yeah, because the word old, the adjective, will be translated as vecchio, right? But we wouldn't use vecchio with people because it's kind of rude, you know. It's like it's not like really polite to say to someone that this person is vecchio. So instead, we would use this adjective, which is anziano, for the people.
Hmm.
I remember once I told to my to my grandmother, like, ah, yeah, like you are vecchia, and she was like, wow, what are you telling?
Oh.
Sorry, like because when I was a kid, so I didn't realize these things and stuff. Okay, then uno sportivo in tuta.
I mean, going by Albanian, uh,
Mhm.
is it a, I mean, what do you call a sports brand? An athlete or something?
It's like a sporty man. And I say man because
Yeah.
we have this article that it's masculine.
Yes, yes.
In tuta. Well, tuta, it's like sorry, where is it? The tracksuit. The whole
Yes.
expression will be tuta da ginnastica. As I told you 1 million times, we like to cut, and now we just have tuta. But yeah, just to give you an idea.
It's cool to know why in Albanian it's called tuta, but yeah, I
Uh,
didn't realize it was an Italian thing.
yeah, yeah. I mean, we should check. Like, I cannot tell if it's pretty interesting. Yeah, like in Albanian language, there are like many words that come from Italian for
Mm,
sure, and also some words that come from the Venetian language as well. And for
it's
those,
funny.
it's like,
But the
yeah,
but the tuta is the whole thing, like the whole
yeah,
outfit.
yeah.
Yeah, because here it's just the bottoms usually.
Uh-huh. All
Funny.
right. Yeah, like then
Uh-huh.
we should check if it's also in other languages that they use this word. But for other words, I'm 100% sure that they come from Italian, or from
Mm.
Venetian languages, such as chair. We
Mhm.
would say uh, in our language in Venetian we would say cadrega. In Albanian they say cariga.
Kariga.
So yeah, so
Mhm.
you see that there is like 100% that they took it from Venetians.
They took it off
Okay.
the boat and were like, "Thank you. What do you call this?" And then got it wrong a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. The same way. Okay. Then we have un'attrice famosa, super easy, famous
A
actress.
famous actress,
Un ragazzo con uno strumento musicale, a boy with a
a guy
musical,
with a musical
yeah.
instrument.
Un gruppo di tifosi. That's
Tifosi, no idea.
Yeah, it's not like a word, but that's why I told you that even if we start from A1, you get some new like aspects and stuff and new words. Tifosi would be like the hooligans, like the supporter for football, but also for basket and many other sports. So tifoso will be that person that loves a specific team of any sport.
Right.
Um, there is a verb which you could hear often, which is tifare. So it's not only for
Mm-hmm.
sport, like you could use it with a little bit of fantasy also to say that you stand for something like a tifo per te. And sometimes you could hear Italians say, ah, tifo per te, like I support you. And you would also more likely hearing the first meeting between two Italian guys, Italians they love football, they would ask something like, hey, per quale squadra tifi, right? That will be like kind of one of the first questions to define the characteristic of the new friendship. Like, hey, like for which for which team do you stay for? Okay, do you stand for? Right, then. Un uomo d'affari con una valigetta.
Safari, also no idea.
Okay, so valigetta?
Like,
Valigetta
I'm assuming
sounds.
it's a small bag or something,
Yeah,
like,
exactly. Yeah, correct. It's a small luggage. It's like a briefcase. Then here we have men, right? And what's the first kind of image you get when you think about a man with a briefcase, like in the
some
movies?
some
Uh,
businessman kind
Yeah,
of
you got it. You
situation.
got it, right? So yeah, it's a businessman, uomo d'affari. Not that we wouldn't say also the English word because we would, but in this case it's Italian, so uomo d'affari, businessman. Another thing, as I told you, valigetta comes from valigia, and it's a word that we have seen before. And now you know that if you get these words ending in etto, etta, etti, and also words ending in ino, ina, are like the diminutive form of the main
Mhm.
words. So you will
Yeah.
find it also many other times. Right, una donna africana con un vestito tradizionale.
So an African lady in some traditional dress
Mhm.
or traditional clothes.
Yeah, clothes, dress, yeah, it's kind of this that you can see in the image. due turiste giapponesi, two Japanese tourists, pretty
Two
obvious,
Japanese tourists.
but it's not so obvious if they are girls or boys. What do you think?
Let me think about that for 1 second.
Sure, take your time.
Yeah, I don't think it's obvious for some reason.
No, no. Well, it's two girls.
Yeah, that was my first guess, but the adjective kind of threw me off just then.
Mm. Yeah, well, like in the next page, we are going to check the rules for masculine and feminine. The adjectives is going to be in the next episode. Still, I just anticipate something. You see, like it ends in e, and we have due. It must be feminine, because all the other words they end in I at the plural. So if it was masculine, it would have been due turisti. But we're
Yeah,
going
that was
to,
my same guess for the bambina and bambini earlier, but for some
Mhm,
reason, I don't
mhm.
know. I was kind of expecting the adjective ending to match that one and then got confused. But yeah.
Yeah, this is a little bit. I can also like anticipate it just because I see that you're craving for the information. Giapponese, it's strange. It ends in e. Because in Italian we have two group of adjectives. We have the first group that
Mm-hmm.
has like four declinations. For example, rosso, rossa, rossi, rosse, where
Mm-hmm.
rosso will be masculine and singular. Rossa, sorry, double P here, not necessary. Rossa will be feminine and singular.
Feminine
Rossi,
singular,
plural,
masculine
masculine
plural.
plural, and this will be feminine plural. Yeah, so this is like the first group of adjectives. First group, you can recognize it because if you check the adjective on the dictionary, you will find it ending in O. If you open up the dictionary and you find an adjective ending in E, such as intelligente, which means like intelligent, smart,
Ah,
this is the second group. But it's easier because this will be both masculine and both feminine at singular, and at the plural will be intelligenti, both masculine, both feminine, but plural. So like let's say that the second group
okay.
is like a little bit easier. The only trick, the only like kind of challenging thing is that you see like sometimes you think about masculine plural, it matches with this one, and then we have he, which is actually like the plural for the first kind of group. No worries, like one thing at a time because we cannot put too many meat in the oven today. So yeah, una ragazza con un cagnolino, a girl with a, we don't know, but we know it's something small, right?
It's
Because
something
it,
small, but I have no idea what the small thing is.
and
A
let's
small,
say,
is it a small dog?
yeah, it is because it comes from the word cane, right? So it
Um,
becomes cagnolino. Yeah, it's a puppy. Uh,
mhm.
tre ragazze con lo zaino, three girls with the backpack.
Sorry, with
Uh,
backpacks.
yeah, they
And they
speak
speak
English.
English.
They speak English, right? Okay. Now, in this page, we check the rules about words that are masculine or feminine, and we also check how to make the plural form out of them. Looks like a lot of stuff, but trust me, just if you find your way to organize all these things, and here in this page is already well organized already, it's going to be like a pretty easy. Uh, we start from the words that are singular. Let's start
Hmm.
from the most common cases. The words that end in O and also the adjectives, if they are of the first group, as we said before, most of the time they are masculine. And the words ending in A,
Hmm.
most of the time they are feminine. And we can start from this, like the exception and the other things, they will come like more clear with the time. But this must be like kind of um, uh, something really clear. Then we have words that end in e, which can be both masculine or feminine. For example, bicchiere is masculine, which is glass, but carne, it's feminine, which means meat. And then we have words that can be both masculine and both feminine at the same time, such as insegnante, because I can say,
So teacher.
sì, I can say Mario è un insegnante, and I can say Maria è un insegnante, but the article would change in that case. Uh, as I said, this is like the most common scenario, but there are like exceptions because of all the languages have these kind of things. Some words ending in a actually are masculine, and that's the case, for example, for problema, problem. It's masculine, it's not feminine, even though it ends in a. Sometimes I used to, to teach some kind of tricks to remember like more easily, like how to remember if something is masculine or feminine. In this case, problema, you can think, ah, yeah, men are the problem. So yeah, problema is like a masculine thing, is a masculine name. Sistema, tema, words that end in a but are masculine. Then we have words ending in o but are feminine, such as mano, radio, la mano, feminine, radio, feminine. And words ending in ista are kind of the words ending in e. They can be both masculine and feminine. Again, Mario è un artista, Lucia è un'artista. The plural. Uh, Most of the words at the plural they get an e. So you can just remember kind of just of this rule for the first time that you have to figure out. But the feminine words ending in a, they get an e. Una ragazza, due ragazze, as we have seen with due ragazze parlano inglese, blah blah. Uh, the words ending in ista, they could be both masculine and feminine at the singular, as we said, but at the plural they change. So if we are talking about two guys, it's going to be artisti. If we are talking about two girls, we are going to say artiste. Maria e Lucia sono artiste. Mario e Paolo sono artisti. And then here there is something more to learn, but actually something less. Like there are words that at the plural they don't change, and this happens for the foreigner words. L'autobus, un autobus, due autobus, un bar, due
Mm.
bar, un post, due post, un computer, due computer. You could hear some Italians putting the S at the end of the word because it's plural. It's just because they want to show off that they can speak English. Words that have like an accent at the end of the word also don't change at the plural. Un caffè, due caffè. Una città, due città. This is really important because I heard people doing the exam, like the B2 exam of Italian, still doing a mistake on one città, due città. They say the due città because it ends in a, so you know that the words ending in a and are feminine. At the plural, they get e. No, there is an accent, so no, it remains just like that. And then feminine words ending in e also don't change at the plural. It's pretty rare, like as you can see, they put just one example, and it's like a word that you wouldn't use that often. But
Mm.
yeah, just to let you know. One last notion about grammar for today. Indeterminative articles. We have just two genders in Italian, masculine and feminine. Un and uno are for the masculine, and una and un are for the feminine words. Un it's used with almost all the words. The masculine one that begins with consonant or with vowels. But we use uno for words that begin with this kind of letters. Theta, S plus consonante, ps, pn, and ñ. So uno zio, uno sport, uno psicologo, uno pneumatico. Actually, there is like this little note. They say also with pne also un is accepted. So yeah, never mind. Since you are learning this rule, just keep going on with this uno. Un ognomo with ñ. Uh, and then we have words that are feminine. If they begin with a consonant, we use una. And if we have words that begin with a vowel, we use un with apostrophe. Why it is apostrophe? Because we would say something like una aranciata, but you know, we like to cut things, and it will be strange to say una aranciata, and we just remove the a, but we put this sign to make people understanding that something there disappeared. Right. Let's give it a try. Let's do like the first, the left part of the exercise just to see if you can kind of figure out already something. We have to choose the right article for the singular word, and then we need to make the plural form out of it. So una bottiglia, due
Mhm.
bottiglie, un gelato, due gelati.
Una birra, due birre,
Mhm, due birre, ok.
uh, un giornale,
Mhm,
due giornali.
mhm,
Was a cold guess, but yeah. Un libro, due libri.
mhm,
Una città, due città.
mhm,
Un caffè, due caffè.
mhm,
Una borsa, due borse.
mhm.
And una valigia, due valigie.
Due valigie. Ok, super. You know all these words, right? Yeah, gelato, birra, giornale, libro, città, caffè, borsa, valigia. Yeah, I think that all of them, you know them. Okay, you can do like as a little homework just to have the excuse also to study again, like the rules about masculine and feminine. You can do like the right part of the exercise. Okay, well, I think that I can see that you got many infos now, and I feel like you are like a little bit tired, isn't it?
Yeah, it's getting a
So,
little bit late.
do you have any question by any chance?
No,
Mm,
seems clear. I just have to get back into practicing.
yeah, okay, super. Okay, well, Jessica, thank you a lot again, and see you the next time, huh?
Thank you. Yep, see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.